Hey, I'm Nonnie and welcome to my YouTube channel. I put new videos out every Thursday and occasionally Monday. And today I'm going to be sharing with you my 18 tattoos and the stories behind them. Technically I have had 19 tattoos, but one was covered up, so 18 tattoos. I'm just going to start off in order of when I got them, or at least when I think I got them. So we're going to start off with my very first tattoo was Japanese kanji right on my pelvic bone / hip, and it said spirit, and I got it with my best friend at the time. We both got matching ones. He got his on his shoulder blade and I got mine on my hip, but I didn't really like it. It wasn't done super great. I got that done at Tattoo Museum. I feel like he just rushed it and didn't do that great of a job. And then I was kind of like, it's kind of lame tattoo. It's the first tattoo. The first tattoo is always like, you know. So I ended up covering that up. But my second tattoo was a thigh bow tattoo. So it's right here on my thigh. I've got a little bow with like little love hearts on the end. I actually still really like this tattoo. Like, I know it's not like epic or anything, but I really like this tattoo. It doesn't have any meaning behind it. I just really liked bows. This is like coming out of my like scene emo days. I still really liked wearing lots of bows in my hair, so yeah, I like stopped wearing the bows and I put a bow on my thigh, but I love that tattoo. Yeah. So the next tattoo I got was this one, which is really ugly. And these are really badly done. They're like done too deeply and they've like bled out a bit and they're just really botched and uneven. So one day I'm going to get a cover up. I can put up with it, but I probably should get these cover-ups done before I get more tattoos, but likely not. And that has no meaning either, really. I just really like stars. The next tattoo I got was, pretty sure, was my cherry blossom. This is these little test henna dots. I bought a henna kit and oh my god, it like bled everywhere. It's smudgy, it's not good. So I'm really gutted because I was really excited to do a henna video, but I'm definitely gonna have to buy another henna kit. But anyways, my cherry blossom tattoo. But I love this tattoo. I just really love Japan. Cherry blossoms represent feminine energy and I love that. Yeah. So I got cherry blossoms. Just watching the video, and this cherry blossom tattoo I actually got impulsively as well. My friend was going to get a tattoo on her arm at a tattooist, and he had like a shop in his garage, and she asked if I wanted to come watch, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna see if you'll tattoo me as well. And then yeah, and then I got this one. So that was when my mate Bree was getting a tattoo, and I just kind of tagged along and got myself one. My next tattoo, I think it was my next one, is I got this one, which I'll put up here, and it's the words "Know Thyself," and it is a quote that's been, or it's a quote that was made famous from Socrates. I'm not really gonna like go into the meaning of what Socrates means when he says it. For me, know thyself was all about my transition in life. I was going through a huge change period. I changed jobs, where I lived. It was like a huge, just every part of my life was kind of changing at the time. I left hairdressing, so I was completely changing my career path. And just with everything crazy that was going on at that time. But yeah, so I got that tattoo, and that one means a lot to me, but it's more for me about knowing myself, and it just kind of felt like what other people think of me doesn't really matter. I know myself, and that's what's important, and that's kind of, yeah, the take I'm taking on having this tattoo. Hope that made sense. The next tattoo I got was one of my faves. There's a pair, I love them. But I got my bunny. She was a little white red-eyed bunny rabbit, and she was really cute and derpy, and she also always had one ear up and one ear down, and you'd like flop one ear down, another one would ping up. She was so cute. And I got her from I think it was like a birthday present from my friends, so that was really cool. Getting my pet in like a real cool funky robot mecha chippy style was really awesome, and my friend Sampy did that for me. Definitely one of my favorite tattoos. Next, I got Kitty on my other leg. So Kitty was actually one of my good friend's cats, Ree, and she unfortunately died, and because her sister, my best friend Reza, she has a dog and the cat, and they have to kind of be separate. The cat was staying in my room and I was taking care of her, and then that way they didn't fight because they just didn't get along. So obviously when Ree died, we had to take the cat and look after her, and yeah, so I really loved Kitty. I really love Kitty. Yeah, but I love those two, they're really cute. So that's my bunny and my mate's cat, Kitty. They make a really cute set next to each other. And yeah, so after that, me, Reza and Danielle all got friendship tattoo, this one. And it's a compass, and it has all of our star signs on it and their assigned spots. So Ree was a earth sign, so earth is north, so we're water, air, fire. And water, air, fire, earth, we are like Avatar. But we all got this tattoo, and what's really cool, one of the friends that got the tattoo, one of the three of us, Danielle, she actually designed it herself because she's a graphics designer, and then a friend of a friend tattooed it. My soon-to-be girlfriend's good friend tattooed it. But yeah, it has a lot of meaning. It's just a memorial tattoo, and the compass is just kind of like to do with direction, and yeah. Anyways, my next tattoo, I ended up dating Kara, and she was a tattooist, so she did a couple of tattoos on me, and the first one she did was this flower on the back of my leg, which is kind of off. It's like not in the middle of my leg, but it's fine because it's just a flower. I think I'll just get a bunch of flowers like slapped on the back or in a bundle. But that one doesn't have any meaning. I just really wanted a tattoo. The next tattoo, possible, unsure of the order, because this was just the sunflower. This was just done on like a random, pretty sure it was a night we had a party, and I just felt like a tattoo, and Kara just felt like tattooing herself. We were a bit drunk. She gave herself a little rocket and like a spaceship, rocket ship, whatever, and I got this little sunflower. It's not like awesomely done, but you can't really tell unless you're really close. I would love to get like a full hand of like flowers or something anyway, so not too fussed about that. But yeah, that was the next tattoo. Just a random drunk tattoo, because you're gonna have at least one of those, right? The next one I got is actually my cover up. I finally got my first tattoo covered up, the kanji that said spirit, and it's on my hip. And I got Batman because Batman is my favorite comic hero. He's the bomb. But Batman is my favorite comic character, so I got him, and he very easily covered up the kanji tattoo, which was quite like plain and black. My next tattoo is behind my arm. So Sampy, the guy that did my matching Momo bunny and kitty cats behind my legs, he was actually homeless for a while. I think there was like earthquakes in Christchurch or something. Honestly, don't remember, but shit had happened in Christchurch that made him homeless, and so he came up to Wellington, and we had a spare room at our house, so he stayed with us, and he kind of He tattooed all of us rather than paying rent. He would just give us a tattoo, like one person a tattoo a week. So that was really cool. And while he was with us, I got, he did the Batman, so I got that from him. And then he also gave me this goat skull tattoo, which I'm pretty sure, yeah, that was just a nice, quick and easy one that he did for us, for letting him stay with us. So yeah, that was just like a rent tattoo, which is mean score. I mean, I would so rather have a tattoo. Yeah, that was a cool little exchange we did. The next tattoo, this is another one I really need to get covered up one day. So it was like me and Kara's 2.5 year anniversary. Yeah, it was like 2.5 year anniversary / also Valentine's, because we started dating in September the 14th and it was like February the 14th. I'm pretty sure that makes 2.5 years. Anyways, so it was our 2.5 year as well as Valentine's, so we decided to tattoo each other. She tattooed on me under my butt, claimed, and it's kind of like a personal thing because you know how like cats claim things with their nose, they like go around rubbing their nose on things. I used to do that to my girlfriend at the time, to my ex, and be like, claimed. I'm weird. But yeah, it was a little cat claim, and so she wrote claimed under my butt, like kind of claiming me. It's still there. People see that. Yeah, I hate when people ask, like, who claimed you? Why is that on your butt? I'm like, ooh. I had an ex. She was a tattooist, so it was much too easily available to do something stupid. And I tattooed on her like a little heart that had like my butt in it, with like the legs had stockings, steeds on it, and then my gamer tag across the like panties of the butt said noob time. Which is so lame, but at least she doesn't have my name on her. Like, I didn't write Nonny, it just says noob time, which is kind of like small as well, so you can kind of cover it up. But she definitely felt like kind of got the shorter end of the straw, because claimed, like, I could just write on the other side like by Jesus or something. Jokes. My next tattoo I got was my hand mirror on my other thigh. Kara also tattooed this one for me. I think this is the last tattoo she did. Yeah, so I got this hand mirror, and inside of it is the planets Saturn, Mars and Earth. They weren't those 3 planets in particular for any reason. I wasn't really into planets at the time. I hadn't really delved into that kind of astrology yet. But Earth, I mean, I think the reason I picked Earth, Mars and Saturn is just because they're distinguishable planets and they're completely different colour varieties, so it'll be nice and vibrant. The inner has only had about like 30 minutes work done on it, if that, maybe 20 minutes, because I pussied out. Like, all the other tattoos fine. This one, for some reason, I think like either it was her technique that time or I was just extremely run down, but it was painful. And I know it's not a painful spot, like it's really nice and fatty. Like, yeah, I think I was just run down and I couldn't handle it, so I was just like, no, stop, we'll do it another day. So I never got that done. I definitely need to get that finished by someone else. Maybe Jenny Arcus could do something really cool. I love her stuff. I need a tattoo from her. The next tattoo I got was Catbug, and I put a picture up here. So my right arm here is for all my traveling tattoos. Like, I want to leave a lot of space so that I can get travel tattoos on the side. I don't know why, it just seems cool to have it all on one arm. And I like the like sticker style of just adding little bits and pieces as I go. So I went to Australia for my first festival, which was really cool. My first festival, I went to Burning Seed, which was amazing, and it was just seven days of me like fucked up, having the best time of my life. and then we got back to Melbourne after the festival. We drove down to Melbourne and I was like, I need to get an Australia tattoo. And I wanted something to remember the festival by because it was amazing. And the friend I had gone with my friend Shay, and she introduced me to a show called Bravest Warriors. It's just on YouTube. It's like 10-minute episodes or something. I think it's by the people that did like Adventure Time or something. It's really cute. It's like a quirky little show. And my favourite character was Catbug. Catbug's the best. It's so cute. The whole of the festival people were like, what are you? Because I was wearing cat ears and then this backpack that had like wings. So I was like a cat bug, a cat butterfly. So I was like, I can be Catbug. And I get the Catbug. I love Catbug. Let's get Catbug. I don't know. I got Catbug. So yeah, that is my tattoo to like weirdly represent my time at Burning Z and my time in Australia. But if you like look closely at it, you will see that it has lost heaps of the ink. It's really blotchy and there's chunks missing where I've literally got dips in my skin. It wasn't the tattooist was amazing, but it got super infected. I mean, I'd just been at Burning Seed for like 7 days doing drugs non-stop, and then we got to Melbourne and then we went clubbing, and then we came across people that gave us free cocaine, and you never say no to free cocaine. And so I'm trying to heal this tattoo with no aftercare because I didn't grab Glad Wrap or freaking anything. I didn't grab any aftercare because I'm an idiot. Staying in a grotty hostel, constantly depriving myself of sleep and pushing myself to the limit. Like I was on the brink. I probably reached like, I don't know, 10 days in Australia, just like going hard or going home, and going hard and not going home. So it was kind of like a little itchy, but it wasn't anything bad. But then the day I went back to New Zealand and I caught the flight, literally on the flight from Australia to New Zealand, it started to like raise and look really irritated, and I was like, oh fuck. Got super infected, and by the time I got to New Zealand and like I crashed that night, and the next day it was like missing chunks, and it was pretty freaking gnarly. So I had heaps of tattoo care and stuff at home, so that was fine. I looked after it really well, and then eventually recovered it, and I didn't lose a whole tattoo, because if you've looked up tattoos getting infected, like it was gonna be completely gone. Like when the skin reacts to the ink and stuff and dirt gets under it, the whole tattoo kind of just raises and comes off and it turns into just a mark of pus where that is, and it's gross. But we helped it got back to a healthy state, and I didn't lose my tattoo, which is awesome because that would suck. But definitely look after yourself when you're getting a tattoo. But yeah, that got super infected, but I really love it. I don't regret anything. Like, I wouldn't go back in time and be like, no drugs for me, I'm getting a tattoo. I'll be like, nah. I mean, it didn't fall off. I'm a lucky one. But I wouldn't recommend it. My next tattoo is another memorial tattoo, and I got this rose on my shoulder. I got it done at Sinatra's. I really love it. I think Mateus did it for me. It is really cool. And this is a memorial tattoo for my mum, who passed away in 2017 of lung cancer at a very ripe young, 44 years young. So the reason I got a rose is because Mum had only ever planned, like, she'd never planned to get any tattoos, but I remember Cara like drew a rose one time and she was like, oh my god, put it on the wall. She was like, can I keep it? I want to get it tattooed on me. So the one time she's wanted a tattoo was a rose. Basic bitch, no jokes. Yeah, the one time she wanted to get a tattoo was this rose, and she really liked that, and so I kind of got that from that. Plus roses kind of represent love anyway. And then the minty so the candy in it is called a minty. That's a New Zealand candy. It's like a tough candy that tastes like mint. And my mum would have them when she was in pain. I guess maybe because it's like really tough to chew, so it's like, you know, like when you grip onto someone's hand or something, it's like that kind of thing. Also it's got mint in it, so mint is good for pain in general. I don't know if there's actual real mint in a minty, who knows, but surely that's how they flavour it, right? But does it keep its nutrients in a candy filled with sugar? Probably not. But I think it's more of the gritty thing. So when Mum had her kids, all through her pregnancies, when she went into labour, she would chew on minties during the birth. So I know that I came into the world with Mum chewing on a minty, which is really random, but also the last thing I bought for Mum was minties because it's what she asked for at the hospital. It's kind of sad. But yeah, minties are just, they were her favourite candy. They were the candy she ate when giving birth. When she gave life to me, she ate one of those lollies. My next tattoo, I went to my next 2 tattoos I got in New Plymouth when I went to the New Zealand Tattoo Convention. And I just had a look around. I was like determined to find a really sick tattoo that I liked to get. And I found this really cool multicolored beetle tattoo, and so I was like, yep, 800 bucks, bargain, getting it, fucking love it. It turns out this guy was in Wellington, which is where I live, so I was like, oh my god, I went all the way up north to New Plymouth and ended up getting a tattoo from a guy that lives where I live. But it's kind of cool because it's in a spot where I want to get a matching one on the other side, so now I know that I can get a matching one kind of whenever because he lives in Wellington. And that one doesn't have any meaning, it was just a tattoo convention tattoo, and I freaking love it. The next day at the tattoo convention, on the very last day, I got this little Shiba Inu. So this is the tattooist. I think he's from Texas, maybe? I don't know, his name's, oh, I don't remember anything. He wrote his name down, his Insta and everything, but he has really hard to read writing, so when I looked at it later I was like, I don't know what your name is or what your Insta is, but I think his name might be Joey Ortega. Pretty sure he's from Texas and he comes to New Zealand Tattoo Convention every year. I don't know. So he's deserving enough to be on my travel arm because he travelled here, whatever. But it is his Shiba Inu dog, and it's actually a pun, it's in Shibari, so it's a Shibari Inu. And that has no meaning, I just really want to tattoo. His art is sick. I looked in his book and just picked a random tattoo and I was like, the Shibari Inu one, fuck yeah, let's tattoo that. So he did that and that was real quick. I've actually got, I bought an art piece from him as well. Yeah. Who was this guy? I don't know, I can't read that. Maybe Joey Ortega. But yeah, really awesome artist. Love this tattoo, it's so sick. Love this art piece, so amazing. And last but not least, my 19th tattoo slash 18th that's still on my body is my koi fish. I went to Japan in March and I really, like, when I travel I get tattoos, so I got a koi fish. I literally picked it on the spot. I was like, I didn't prepare what I was going to get in Japan. I just kind of wanted to feel, I think I like my tattoos impulsive. They kind of show a story of how I was feeling that moment then within that space. But I love it. It's super koi. Super koi? It's super koi. It's super kawaii. It's super cute. Yeah, if you're curious about who the artist, if you're in New Zealand and you really liked any of these tattoos, you can just comment below and I'll tell you who the artist is or what shop I got it done if I know, or if that shop's still open, because my thigh one, not that anyone's gonna be like, ooh, your bow tattoo's the bomb, it's not like that great, but that shop's closed down and the guys moved to Australia, so that's not a thing. But yeah, if you like any of my tattoos, just comment down below and I'll tell you who the artist is. What's your favourite tattoo you've gotten? Because I don't really, I mean, what's my favourite out of all of them? I think my favourite at the moment, and this tends to be a trend with me, is my favourite is just my most recent. So my favourite tattoo at the moment is my koi fish from Japan. It is pretty beautiful and immaculate though. Like, amazing. Love it. Yeah, comment down below your favourite tattoo and why it's your favourite. I love tattoos, eh? I really love tattoos. Comment down below if you like my really eccentric outfit today. It kind of matches my hair, so I'm vibing it. It's just like some old outfit from Burning Seed, actually, from the festival I went to where I got this all infected. I bought this for that. These pants are amazing. I'm like going through all my old clothes trying to decide if I'd still wear this outfit, and you know what, I would wear this again. Like, how comfy are these pants? There's so many pockets. There's like 4 pockets on each leg. And the label on this is kind of fitting for the video. It says no regrets, and I have no tattoo regrets, and if I do regret them, I don't really regret them. I just get them covered up and fix them. But yeah, thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. Give me a like, share, subscribe, comment in the comment section your favourite tattoo. But yeah, and I'll see you in a couple of days because I'm going to be uploading 2 this week. Alright, bye!